be heard all the way to Washington, D.C. I invite all of you on March 14th to walk out and join us at the steps of City Hall in San Francisco. Walk out. In closing, instead of rebuilding, let us commit to reclaim this system. Let's reclaim it for our families, for our friends, for the workers and the community. We have the power to change our world. We as students have to take action. Si se puede. Thank you.
Inspires me. She's a person that represents all students, no matter the color of their skin, wherever they were born, their nationality, race, their gender, or the people they love. I'd like to present to you Ian, our CSU trustee, Ian Quinnell.
My name is Ian Riddell. I'm a 5th year Chico State student. Chico! If you haven't, come up and visit, please. It's a beautiful place. How we doing, California? I would like to say that since 2007, our 3 systems of higher education have been cut billions of dollars. That is absolutely astounding to me. Bill of California's debt. We are done, we are fed up. The representatives in this building accessed a quality, affordable education. It is our turn. We are the future of California. Last year, we were marching to end cuts. This year, we're in a better position because you all fought to pass Proposition 30. Thank you. Make higher education a priority again in California. Not only is higher education the catalyst for a better life, but higher education shapes the future for California in general. We are the future of California and California's economy. They need to realize this and reinvest in our future. Without an educated population, California will not flourish and progress as we have in the past. Our presence today calls for our representatives to take us seriously. We are the voters of tomorrow and for decades to come. We will vote them out. Our collective voice will be heard. We need our government to reinvest in the university system, to maintain funding for Cal Grant, to drop this ridiculous and elitist unit cap. More course offerings, more course sections, and an affordable, quality, accessible education for all Californians. In Chico, we say that today decides tomorrow, and this goes for all of us. Today, we will make a difference. Today is our day.
Which wants to bring new revenue into California, specifically for higher education.
on your shoulders. We have a problem in California, but we have nearly a 10% unemployment rate. Double. We have a problem in California when our colleges and universities receive 13% less in state funding than they did in 1980. We must make higher education accessible to every Californian. In California raise their own taxes to fund education and other critical services. Now is the time for the state of California to identify additional revenues to fund the future. And that's why I introduced SB 241 this year. This is a bill that will for the first time tax the oil companies in the state of California. And take our oil from our soil in the state. This will finally tax them for doing that. We are the only oil-producing state in the United States that does not tax oil separately. This bill will produce $2 million or more per year to fund higher education. You. So thank you so much for being here today. Show your passion, raise your voices. I love you too. Help me convince the state legislature that your schools need more money and to pass SB 241 and to fund the future of the state of California. Thanks so much for being here.
And a student from Mendocino College, I introduce you, Ning Yang.
Hello, students. Hello. It is an honor to see you all today. I am Ning Yang. I'm the student of the Judy Board of Governors for California Community Colleges. And many of your shoes that try to get higher education to better their lives and to get further with their education and their personal goals. I still remember my very first march 4 years ago at this very place to see all the student leaders from different segments and passed all over California to come here for one cause. And that was very motivating for me to become a student leader.
Instead, they're building prisons. In the past 30 years, California has built 22 new prisons and 1 new UC. At the same time, votes for higher education, you guys know, we've cut. What are we doing when we have our young, bright, and talented future of our leaders? All instead, we're spending our money criminalizing, locking up families, communities, to the tally, 22 to 1, 22 prisons, 1 UC. But it's okay, guys, because we know what it looks like to win when we look at the dreamers. Let's not pop up our future, let's educate. So, the path is long. We know, January 2013, we're here. Dreamers, we get Dream Act, we get funding for UC, but the fight still continues. That's what they also show us. We need to fight to make sure there's access, there's no fees for these deferred action programs, that when kids want to get work permits, that they apply to work study. We can't stop. We have to keep on fighting. And so, when you guys go in there and you lobby, because you gotta lobby hard, 22 to 1, you know the score. Right? So what do we want? Education. What don't we want? Incarceration? So you guys got it. Educate, not incarcerate. Go in there, get it done!
All right, everyone. Next to the stage, I'm going to bring to you a higher education advocate. He's a California Community College EOP&S Association president, a former student at Allen Hancock College. Give a big round of applause for Mr. Will Bruce.
Hey, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? All right. Hey, when I came to the community college, I was a single father on welfare. I received the help from a program called EOPS. Is EOPS? Now I'm the EOPS Association president and director of EOPS at Allen Hancock College. I have 2 sons at the community college. One just got accepted to San Jose State. One is here today with you, marching with you. He's going to keep the doors open for you, because I won't let him forget where we came from. He was a welfare baby, and now he's honored to be here with you today. His name's Kevin. He's here. I pay my taxes. I gladly pay my taxes. I gladly pay for his tuition. I will never forget where I came from and the help that I received to succeed. Hey, we need a fully funded education. Roll back, restore. Fully fund education. Right? Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Hey, as I stand here today, I'm reminded last year we were faced with this challenge of this tax initiative. We needed to stop the bleeding to restore some funding for education. We stand here today because we passed it. You passed it. It was the students that passed it. Right? We know that. We know that. I know that. They know that. Prop 30 is because of you. Collectively, you all have the power. You need to know that. Now I stand before you here again. I want a repeat performance. We need to do it once again. Go back to your campuses and your communities and tell your people your story. That story is diversity. Each one of us come from different backgrounds, and a path that we need to take to succeed is different for all of us, right? There's a new challenge facing us today. This attitude that every student should be able to move through the system in the same pace doesn't take into consideration that every student is different. We have programs that help these students. These programs need to be fully funded. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Roll back, restore. We must help those that are less fortunate, first generation disabled, disadvantaged students today. That hard work and determination should be rewarded by open doors to walk through, not dead-end signs. Each one of you has something unique and special to offer, and instead of silencing your voices, we should be celebrating your strength and perseverance. If you won't quit, then we shouldn't give up on you. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. We all have a destiny and a future to fulfill. Through education, we can realize these dreams. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Roll back, restore. Hey, some people save the world one person at a time. Collectively, you have the power to save millions. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open.
Roll back, restore, keep the doors open.
You have to let the people know that you have to keep the doors open, because I know you'll walk through one day, and when you do, you won't be alone. You too will be bringing your families, your friends, and your communities. You'll bring the hopes and dreams of many people like you. You'll bring change. You will bring the future. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Roll back, restore, keep the doors open. Thank you very much. And don't forget, DreamAct students, they need the help too. AB 130, 131 is passed. Now let's help them implement it.
Students, how are you guys enjoying yourselves? All right, the next person we're about to bring to the stage, Executive Director for the Faculty Association of California Community Colleges, and an individual who was instrumental in helping the first March in March. I want to give you Mr. Jonathan Lightman.
How are we doing today? All right, you honestly think they hurt you? How are we doing today? That's better. You know, last November, we here delivered a message. And now,
I hear you.
can you hear me now? Okay, last November. You can't hear me. There we go. Last November, the voters delivered a clear message, and that's us. Enough with the cuts. It's time to invest. 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 Now, it's time to give a shout out to everyone in this building and to everyone here who worked tirelessly to pass Proposition 30. But we know, there is no time to celebrate, just time to advocate. Not when 500,000 students have been eliminated from community colleges. Not when our critical supports like EOPS and DSPS have been cut to the bone. Not when our part-time faculty have lost their teaching assignments and you can't get a class. We can't go home and pretend like we've accomplished anything. Will we stay in touch? Will we use Facebook, Twitter, telephone, email, text, and call every single day until the final votes are cast? Okay, here's an easy one. Will we advocate? Here's the problem, folks. With a little money comes new allegations. The students are somehow not moving through the process quickly enough. That higher education still costs too much. That education is a private right and not a public good. And we have got to answer our detractors, and we have got to affirm the reason why we are here. So I'm going to say a sentence, and each sentence that I say, I want you to repeat right after me. I am not a challenge, I am an opportunity. I am not a challenge, I am an opportunity. I am not a cost, I am an investment. I am not a cost, I am an investment. I am not a widget, I am a
I am not a special interest. I am the future.
Next, I would like to introduce our president of East Santa Barbara.
How y'all doing? Wait. One more time. How y'all doing? Okay, I'm about to do some real talk. Hey, Sacramento. Come out. We're out here. The people. Where you been? I want to talk to y'all about really what's been up in the state of California. 4 years ago, I was a first year, sitting on the floor of my classes, trying even just to get by. Fast forward 4 years, and I'm graduating this year with $80,000 of debt in my name. Shame! Don't tell me having politicians come up here and tell me my story. This is our reality. We are here today, Sacramento, for you all to be accountable to the people. Prop 30 was not a product just of the ballot box. It was of y'all, decades of organizing, of us being targeted as student leaders, of us watching people prioritize locking up black and brown bodies over educating black and brown bodies. What we have here in California, people of California, understand this. It's not about the funding, it's about a crisis of priorities in this state. It's about what we want
single one of you for making this journey up here to Sacramento. Many of you came last night, many of you came this morning. You could be doing other things right now, but you are here because we all have the same vision and all have the same goal, and that is rebuilding our higher education system.
Thank everybody for coming out. If you have questions or issues on how you get home, how you getting back on your bus, please come up and ask me. Your delegation may come and ask me. Thank y'all once again for coming out.
Where's the rest of the Oxnard kids?
Some other ones over here.